E aí galera, beleza? Júnior Mestre na área para mais um Destroy Music Now! É isso aí, já estamos aí com mais uma edição aí do Destroy Music Now. Hoje temos uma atração internacional aqui, que é o amigo Olaf. Grande Olaf aí da banda W.B.I. da Alemanha, né? Também conhecido aí como Bart Inferno. Quer dizer, nunca ouvi falar isso, sempre achei W.B.I., né? Mas o significado do nome da banda é Bart Inferno. Wismar, se eu não me engano, é o nome da cidade que eles moram lá, né? Então, se eu não me engano, eu esqueci de perguntar sobre isso aí. Mas é uma banda aí de 1987 aí que foi formada, né? Era bastante apreciada aqui no Brasil aí na década de 90 aí, né? O Olaf também hoje já participou aí de projeto com os caras da Necrophiliacs, né? Que é a banda chamada, projeto da banda aí chamada Fleckenberg. Tem uma cola aqui, senão... Fleckenberg, né? Segundo ele aí era um projeto aí de mijar em cima da galera aí, principalmente dos alemães, né? As palavras dele aí. Então é isso aí, vamos conhecer um pouco mais aí do Olaf, né? E também vai falar aí da participação dele aí no full CD aí da banda brasileira Noise Against the System, né? Um salve para os caras aí da banda Noise Against the System. Um abração especial aí pro meu amigo Valdão, né? Foi um dos fundadores da banda aí há muitos anos atrás, né? Abração aí, Valdão. Grande fã do programa e tá sempre assistindo, né, Valdão? Muito obrigado aí pela força, mano. Tamo junto. Então vamos lá conhecer um pouco mais sobre o Olaf e a banda W.B.I. aí, né? Primeiramente quero agradecer você aí. Thank you. Primeiramente quero agradecer o Olaf aí, né? Thanks a lot for your participation, Olaf. I really like it. Vai lá, Olaf. Com você, mano. Ai. Então vamos conhecer um pouco mais aí sobre Olaf e a banda W.B.I. Vai lá, Olaf. Come on, Olaf. It's you, bro.
Well, I was born at the 14th of April 1967 in East Germany, behind the Iron Curtain. And at these days, it wasn't so easy to get records from all over the world, because behind the Iron Curtain. And the government has a fear that the youth will infected by Western bands, and so it wasn't easy. But I think it was, we have lived very close to the borderline to West Germany, so we can receive the TV program from there. And I think it was 1978 or so, I saw the first time Deep Purple with Highway Star or Burn or a track like this. And I was there sitting in the front of a TV. I was 10 years old or so, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And so Ian Gillan with the long hair, later David Coverdale with the long hair, they was looking totally different than the people in East Germany. There was a lot of like this. Everybody was an alcoholic there. And so it was, I think that was the first contact with real music. Then everybody in my school was listening to AC/DC and Kiss, but we never saw them live because they didn't play in East Germany and Eastern Europe at all. And so then I see a little bit clip of Kiss, and so I was, wow, how they look, that's cool. The music sucks, but the make-up, this was new, incredible to me. And then someday, I think must be 79 or so, there was, I have seen Motorhead in a West German TV, and Phil Emmentaler destroy his drum kit, and I was like, ha! That's it. That's blow me away. I was there like, boom! And then a little bit later, then we received music magazines from West Germany, and so we have seen pictures of bands like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden. But I think in '79, I have listened to a couple of tracks from a West German radio station from the Unleashed in the East LP, and so I was there. Yeah, it's cool, but I never saw them as a person live, just on a paper. And then, I think then 1980, as the new wave of British heavy metal explode, it's also came to my ears. And I have seen that, I've listened to that in the radio. The first time I've listened to Iron Maiden, and I was there like, damn, that's it. And so as I was growing up, then the first beginning of a speed metal like Exciter, Metallica, of course, and then a little bit later, the cool thrash metal acts, Exodus, Mighty Slayer, of course. You see it in the background there. And stuff like that. And then came up the Germans with Creator Destruction, Sodom, and stuff like that. And of course, before I forget, Venom. As I listened the first time, Welcome to Hell, it was like, what's that? This is so cool, man. And then it's so growing up with the whole music scene, yeah? And then came up the first hardcore bands to me. I think the first stuff I was listening to was D.I. with Dealing With It, and everything was blown away to me because that was so fast. And then, a little bit later, a friend of mine came up with, forget D.I., I got a different stuff. And he came up with Cryptic Slaughter, Convicted. And we are sitting there in East Germany. Boom! What's that? How fast they are playing. Incredible. A couple of weeks later, the next guy came up. Forget Cryptic Slaughter. Wehrmacht is da with a Shark Attack LP. And so we were sitting there. Boom. This is stuff. The band name was cool to us at these days because it really offended to the Germans. And then came... I remember exactly this day. Somebody came up to me and said, sit down, please, take a beer, listen to this shit. And then you can imagine what coming up. Scum, Napalm Death, of course. Everybody was so fucked up. What the fuck is this? And then there was like an explosion through everybody. And just then, week after week, came up then the extreme noise terror stuff to us. Agathocles from Belgium, Fear of God, of course, and many bands from UK and USA, of course, Repulsion stuff. And, of course, Patarini from Croatia, Zagreb. And it was the best days because each week came up new stuff. Also, 7 Minutes of Nausea. We were sitting there, what is this? Our culture is boring, this 7-inch. We was dead. Crawl Noise and all the great bands. Huh? Yeah, and so it's coming up, more extreme. Then came up, of course, Anal Kant, and everybody was sitting there. What the fuck is this? This is amazing. This is just, they kill everything. That's cool. And so growing up. Yeah, that's how it was. Well, W.B.I. was formed in 1988 in the city where I lived called Wismar at the Baltic Sea. And I wasn't a member of this. It was starting as a two-piece band by Norris on the drums and Tari on the guitar. And so there was a kind of dedication mixed with 7 Minutes of Nausea. They have recorded one demo tape in 1988 called Bad 1, and it never was released, just tape trading and stuff like that. And so I've joined, and me and Schnauf on bass guitar, and Scholler, other part of the vocals, came up in 1989. 89, yes, into W.B.I. So we came up from the same city, and in Eastern Germany, and so we was a real Wismars Bart Inferno. Bart is standing for beard, and it made no sense because nobody of us had a beard at this time. So it was a completely stupid name with no sense. And yeah, that's starting up. We broke up in 1998. There was a last show with a different lineup, and so it was all over to us. So we have done other things and other stuff like that, and so yeah, that's how it was, and it was a great time, believe us. W.B.I. Take two. One. Actually, I would say no. There's no way coming back, because I think it makes not really sense, because we are lived very far away from each other, and I'm only in real contact with Norris. He is living very close to me, and the others I see maybe one time in a year. Scholler, I've seen Scholler, the other vocalist, 20 years I haven't seen. Last year we have a meeting there, and maybe I will see you next weeks, because we want to have to talk, and we will see. But actually I would say no. But who knows? Never say no. Yes, of course. Beside that, W.B.I. I was a member of Flächenbrand. So it was a project with members of Necrophiliacs and Jakobse, including myself. And our aim was to piss off many people, especially in Germany, as possible. We was really, really good in this. And by the way, this nice outfit was a typical Flächenbrand live suit. And we was cool. After the split of Flächenbrand, I was in KSK, means Kettensägen-Kommando, in English, Chainsaw Commando, and the band existed before me, before I joined the band, and it was really great time, having great people, met great people there, and of course I was in Slayer, and you have to know, me and Jeff and Carrie and Tom, we have recorded the Rain and Blood, and I have to clear something up, because everybody knows this picture here. If you have the Rain and Blood version with this picture, it's definitely a bootleg. Forget it. The original picture is this. Wait just a moment. It was banned by the label. You see that? Can you see that? This is our manager Knusby, a very close friend of mine. You know Carrie, of course. It's me. It's Tom. That's a friend from my old hometown Wismar called Lütze, and he is a real cool drinker. And if you ever have the time to visit Wismar, the city, you have to go to the best metal pub in Germany ever so far, called Fellfresse. You will find this guy there, great people. And this, we called him Gary Holt. He was our beer drinking roadie. He was good in this. Yeah, that's it. This is the original picture of a Rain and Blood backside. The rest, if you have it, forget it, throw it in the trash. It's a bootleg. Here we go. Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, of course, Sepultura, Rato Separaro. I saw them a couple of times live. And they were one of the best live bands so far. I love Gordo. How he's acting on stage, he's brilliant, perfect. Chris and stuff like that. Sarcophago, of course. Death Razor. Very young people from your country, and they sound like Creator and the Best Days. I love them. Yeah, what else? Yeah, of course, Rod. The mighty Rod. Hi Marcelo, if you see this, cheers from Germany, man. Volcano, of course, all the noise bands, Noise, Industrial Holocaust, New York Against the Belzebub. Oh yeah, Necros. Hi Angela, if you see that, cheers, baby. Olo Seco, and of course, our friends, Noise Against the System. Yeah, sure. And just to name a few, I love the Brazilian scene because it reminds me to my own youth. So we have nothing. You cannot go in a shop, buy a record or so. So we was very deep into tape trading and stuff. And our shirts we have painted by ourselves, and we have real great artists there. The shirts was looking like an original one, but just painting with paint. It was great, a great time. And so that's why I love the Brazilian scene, because it reminds me to my own old days. And so that's why I definitely have to come next year to the São Paulo Fest. And I want to, since the beginning of the 90s, I'm in contact. I received so many letters and from Brazil. And very good Marcelo, of course, from Rod. And so we was tape trading. Angela, of course, from the Crows, and many others. And so it's a shame that we with W.B.I. never played there in your country. And so now, basically, I want to go this year to the São Paulo Fest. But yeah, the pandemic, destroyed every dream. But so I hope next year we will be there. Me, maybe some friends. We will see. I have to meet you all. Yeah, well, I think 3 years ago, I received an email from a guy called Van der Leij from band Noise Against the System. I never heard of them before. So, and his Van der Leij's English was very well. So I use a Portuguese-German translator. And so then I understand what he want. He asked me if I want to do some vocals for them because, am I right, after more than 20 years, they want to release the first CD. I think, wow, that's a great time. And so I was listening to the stuff and I was sitting in the front. They're like, hey, this is so pure, this is so basic. And this is like in the early days of W.B.I. It was very raw, simple, but somehow funny. And I think, hey, they are working 20 years on this stuff and this is cool. It's brilliant. So I take, of course I will do that. Yeah. And they have sent me the whole stuff. And I think it was 6 tracks where I have to do some vocals. And I was thinking, man, I will pick up Norris, the old W.B.I. drummer. He later was a singer of Necrophiliacs and in Flächenbrand together with me. And so we go up to my drummer of KSK. He has a little studio. And so we recorded it with our 3 voices. And also to that, some ladies of us was there, and the Merciless Chicken Core. And so we picked them up, and they also have done a gang shout. And so it was pure fun. So we recorded that. And then I had the idea, you know what? Let's go a step further. And so I've sent these recordings to the mighty Mark Fields from Siga, Boston, you know, and Proclamation, and You're Fired and stuff now. And because he also working on his computer and stuff to remixing. And so I sent it him to the USA, to Mark. And Mark was also there. Wow, impressive. And so he has made the mix. And then we sent it back to the guys in Brazil, Noise Against the System. And now 2 years later, the CD is finished. And so all 3 copies are on the way to me. We are waiting. Okay, in this pandemic situation, everything is slowly reward. But I'm pretty sure that thing is a killer because it's real fun and it's a real international thing. South America, Germany, USA. This is so amazing cool and it's fun. And I hope to meet these guys. Cheers to Rodolfo, Vanderlei and the others of Noise Against the System. You fucking rules. Well, personally, I'm not really impressed about it all. Yeah, I'm not in panic, and I'm really pissed off about the whole situation for all the artists and the small companies at all, and everything is destroyed, man. The whole business and the music business, the people cannot release anything, and no gigs anymore, and this is fucked up there, really, man. So I'm really relaxed. I listen to all different sides. So also I received links to some conspiracy theories, and sometimes I'm, wow, sounds funny, and sometimes I'm, oh my God. And so I think relax, like Mr. Heisenberg, Walter White say, relax. So I hope next year we have a better situation. That's it. Well, thank you so much for sending me the questions. I hope you have a little bit fun. And I hope we will see us next year in Brazil. If you are in Europe, I have to say, please visit the Obscene Extreme Festival in Czech Republic and Trutnov, made by Kirby. He's a real cool guy. And you're seeing bands from all over the world, meet people from all over the world. It's really cool there. And so maybe you will meet us, me and the other guys too there. And well, greetings to all of you. And I'm pretty sure I forget so many great bands from Brazil to mention, but I know a lot of them. So at least, cheers guys. This time a beer from Germany. This one is from Czech. Forget all the rest from all over the world. This is original, not the bullshit from the USA. Forget the piss. This is the real deal. So, here we go, guys and ladies, señores, señoras. Prost, cheers. Cheers from Germany. You rule. Wait, just 1 second. I have talked about a conspiracy theory. The best one I ever heard. Did you know that the CIA has written the track Winds of Change for the Scorpions? Because it's not from the Scorpions, it's from the CIA, because to destroy the USSR from inside. You know, that was a great hit there. And so after that hit, the USSR and the completely Warschauer Vertrag, the Iron Curtain fell down by this track. I love this. Cheers. One very, very last note from me. Support your own labels there, your own bands from Brazil. And I have recommended you some cool labels from Germany. Of course, regurgitated Siemens records from Germany with a focus of grindcore and power violence. Powered Up, also from Germany, who are specialists in old hardcore and punk stuff. And of course, the mighty FOAD run by Julio of Cribble Bastards. That's the best labels here in Europe. So, and also I recommend you the old stuff from TNT Records and Ecocentric Records run by Matthias Weigand. You can buy everything of these labels. It's amazing. So, cheers.
É isso aí, grande entrevista aí com o Olaf, né? Figura aí, muita gente fina pra caramba aí, né, Olaf? Thank you so much for your participation. I really like it. We hope to see you sometime. We hope to see you. We hope to meet you someday. Who knows, maybe in Brazil next year in some Caos Fest, huh? Cheers from Brazil.
Bom dia, senores and senores. This is Klaus Meine from the Scorpions. And this guy next to me is Olaf from the band W.B.I. So, destroy music. Wait. Now.
Semana que vem estaremos de volta com mais um convidado aqui no Destroy Music. Pera. Caralho. Now. Vou água pra todo lado aqui, rapaz. Espero que não tenha caído na minha câmera aí. Destroy Music now! Cheers, Olaf! Cacetada, por essa eu não esperava, hein? Caralho, melecou tudo o chão aqui, rapaz. Vai dar um biódio desgraçado isso aqui. Mas valeu aí, galera. Nós.